After a month of waiting, oh my god, I finally have been able to watch the Chainsaw Man movie. It's been truly unbearable trying to get a Japanese screening of this movie near me. What either in the first 2 weeks it was completely sold out, and every other week after that, it's been some of the worst showing times like I've ever had to try to deal with, and I just haven't been able to do it. Like the showings were like at 11:35 p.m., 11 p.m., 10:30 p.m., and while I wouldn't mind that, I work overnight, so it's kind of hard for me to go to those late showings and then be able to go to work afterwards. So I'm happy I finally got to watch a 4 o'clock showing of the Chainsaw Man Reze Arc movie. I mean, I've been waiting so long for this. I even finally watched a Chainsaw Man anime, and I loved it. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. And man, this movie fucking rocks. After watching the Demon Slayer movie, which I was looking forward to way more than the Chainsaw Man movie, this is amazing. Uh, I had so many problems with the Demon Slayer movie, and I feel like this movie just has none of them. It's really really great how good of a job Mappa did, and I'm not surprised. Mappa's like one of my favorite modern animation studios, and they absolutely killed it with Chainsaw Man. I mean, this is unbelievable. It's been a pretty crazy year for anime based movies in theaters. Like I said earlier, we had Demon Slayer, we've now have Chainsaw Man, we have the Dan to Dan movie that came out a few months ago, I think. I didn't get to watch it. And I feel like I'm missing one more. The Kaiju number 8 movie, I think was in spring. I didn't watch that one either, but there's been a lot. Like, oh, and then we have the Jujutsu Kaisen movie coming out in a week or two, which I'm really excited to watch after finally watching the first season all over again, and then season two. Man, I'm super excited for that. But back to Chainsaw Man. I mean, this movie is absolutely great. The only time I wasn't enjoying myself was like sort of 20 minutes past the first 10-minute mark. I was finding myself like going in and out of the movie, and I was like, man, I don't think I'm enjoying this too much. And then the second like the 30-minute mark hit, every single scene afterwards is just unbelievable. You have uh the scene where Denji and Reze go on to the school, and then they go to the pool, and you have the gorgeous back and forth shots of Denji going into the pool with the spider's web, and every like 5 minutes the spider's getting closer and closer to capturing the butterfly or moth. I can't remember what it was, and it finally captures it at the end. The second they're done with the pool, I mean, it's all brilliant. It's amazing. I love the relationship between Denji and Reze. I think it's great. And then of course you get other stuff like the dating scenes with Denji and oh shit, I'm gonna butcher her. I can't remember her name. Mimika. Fuck, it's definitely not right. But yeah, the scenes with them two going on the dates, and they're at the movie theater. That is all those little movie theater things are fucking great. I love how she's just completely they're both just completely numb to 90% of the movies they loved, and they have that one special one. Like she says, it's one out of every 10 movies that feel special to you. And uh I actually don't know if that was based off like a real movie ending scene, but I really love that. I mean, I'm a huge sucker for stuff that I can relate to, especially movie stuff in movies. I always love that. I always geek over that, and I think that was so much fun. It was like a nice 5 minute sequence. I thought it was great. Uh, the the little diner scenes with Reze and Denji is are great too, and the phone booth scene is awesome. But the real highlight of this movie, and not to probably anyone's surprise, is the gorgeous fighting scenes. I mean, it's probably a reason why I give this movie an 8 out of 10. I mean, it's unbelievable. If it wasn't for that weird 20-minute mark of this movie, I would probably give it a 9 out of 10. To be honest, I was genuinely surprised. The last 70-ish minutes of this movie is just glorious fighting, like unbelievable fighting scenes. Um and the score to go along with them are so gorgeous. There's the one where they're inside the building and it's almost like this jazz funk sort of score going on. It's unbelievable. But the score throughout the entirety of this final like last two acts of this movie is unfucking believable. I could not believe my ears. I was just sitting there like enjoying like the fights and everything, but the score was just capturing me. Like it was unbelievable. I was I was surprised because I thought we were gonna get a lot more like metal, heavy metal stuff. I mean, this anime is really just like people call it like the heavy metal of anime. That's kind of what it is. It's so hardcore. Yeah, there's so much blood, killing, body parts coming apart and slashing and all this stuff. And while we do have a few heavy metal songs in this, and it's, I mean, it's a trend in anime, especially shown in anime. You're gonna get a lot of heavy metal music during theatrical releases. I'm a huge Dragon Ball Z fan, so I'm used to it. But I was kind of hoping we'd get a bit more, but there's so many different types of sounds you get throughout the fight scenes. Like I said, the jazz, the heavy metal, a bit more poppy feel in some parts too. I mean, it's great. And the animation, of course, for these fight scenes are unbelievable. Like it's unreal. I mean, like I said, Mappa does a great job at fight scenes. I mean, they do a great job at almost anything animation, but man, those fight scenes, uh, it's unbelievable. It's kind of unfair to like put them up against anyone else currently. No one else does a really good job or as up to par to them at least. Like UFO Table is fine, but in the Demon Slayer movie, I think they didn't do as much as I'd like. And Mappa was like, "Fuck you guys, we're going all out." And I really appreciated it because the fight scenes, every single one, is just great. You have the one with the giant baby is unbelievable. Every scene with these two together. These two, is this better? These two, fucking great. I mean, the little bit where he's like, "You gotta use your chains to get around." He's like, "Genius," and he just uses the chains to ride him like a horse. Fucking hysterical. And of course, this movie's funny as hell. I mean, Chainsaw Man in general is pretty funny. Usually they go too much into the pervy side, and I'm happy this movie didn't really do that from what I can remember. Aside from the pool scene, I like that a lot of this movie just felt more romantical rather than pervy. Of course, you have a few scenes where Denji's gawking over like the thought of making out or boobs or something, but you don't get a lot of it. I like that a lot of this stuff felt more like actual romance and how he actually wants to have a girlfriend in a future with a woman as opposed to just sex, kissing, sex, boobs, ass, and it's so overplayed, and I'm happy they just went a completely different route for this movie. Uh, I'm, it's it's so refreshing. It's one of the reasons why it took so long to watch Chainsaw Man. I mean, I tried getting into the manga. Obviously, the manga has the same exact problem, and the show just glorifies it way more. Or at least so I thought. It's not as bad, but it's still pretty egregious. I really appreciate that this movie isn't just a season condensed into an hour 40, and you feels like a bit rushed. And of course, with Demon Slayer, we have that the first two movies, and even these future Demon Slayer movies coming up, they're all connected and they're all arcs that happen in the anime. And I wouldn't be surprised if these last three-part Demon Slayer movies end up just being another season than the anime. Um, I'm not sure though because they're spending a lot of a lot of money on those movies. But I'm happy that this Reze arc isn't just season two of Chainsaw Man. I'm happy that it's its own arc, and they were able to do everything that they needed to in the hour 40. It doesn't feel rushed. It doesn't feel like they're missing anything. You have the closure at the end of the movie with Reze dying, and her final the final thing she sees is Denji waiting for her in the coffee shop. And nothing before that felt like we missed any of their relationship. Um we had a bit of their backstory. I got everything I needed out of this movie. It was just that if it wasn't for the 20 minutes I was kind of bored, this movie would have been amazing. Like almost perfect. It probably would have been one of my top 6 movies of the year, maybe. I'm not sure. It's been a crazy year, honestly. So maybe on a good day, maybe if I rewatch this another day, it could be a 9 out of 10. Maybe I was just having a rough start because I did do a double feature that day, and that was the second part of the double feature. I'm not sure, but if you haven't seen this Chainsaw Man movie and you're a fan of anime and you're a fan of, animation in general, please check this out because it's short, it's sweet, and to be honest, you don't need to watch the Chainsaw Man anime before watching this. Yeah, you might not know a few of the characters or whatever, but I think this is a fine introduction to the anime itself. And it's sort of like a filler arc, or it feels like it. At least we'll see in season 2 how this if this connects at all. But I mean, this is an amazing movie.